Whenever ad markers are being signaled as part of a media stream, it's usually done through an SCTE-35 marker, otherwise known as a SCTE. The SCTEs are there to indicate when an ad should finish, when it should start, the duration, and so on. And it's made up of lots and lots of smaller different values in here. So the marker itself can actually have many different details around description tags, descriptor lengths. You can see some base 64 encoded values there, pointer adjustments, various different restrictions and limitations based on this particular SCTE that is actually processed and informs the processing options. However, in this form, it's not very accessible. So in any platform, this kind of key value component there, it's not the easiest thing in the world to parse. And so instead, what we can do is we can actually parse the SCTE using Coralogix parsing rules and turn this into something that looks more like this. So you can see that each individual field has itself been extracted, which is really very nice. And what that means for you as users is that you can begin to run queries on things like the output time code, whether the regional blackout flag was set to 1 or 0. The muxer, you can have a look at what the runtime was, the severity, and so on. Being able to reach into the SCTE is a really nice example of what Coralogix can do when it's collaborating heavily with the elemental stack. And this is where we talk about the elemental stack being great because it surfaces so many signals. This information would usually be hidden in a file somewhere, hidden away on a transcoding device or an encoder or something. This surfaces that information, makes the signal available to Coralogix, and Coralogix is able to refine that signal into an insight. And this is what this is. This is a refined signal that we're looking at here that we can then collaborate and say, well, when was the regional blackout flag set to 1, and does that coincide with stream drops? Does that coincide with errors? Does that coincide with slowdowns and transcode operations and so on? You can actually correlate each of these individual small events with the important events that are occurring downstream in the system. So, in summary, this data is typically started life as a key value string, and it can be very, very complicated to actually understand. Instead, we can use parsing rules and break out that data into a much cleaner, more queryable format.